Hello, happy Thursday. This is Thinking Thursday. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Lord have mercy. You know, the hip hop rap community has been exposed. Everything is coming out. Testing one, two, three. Can y'all hear me? Let me get on my other device. Testing one, two, three. Can you hear me? Okay. First of all, um, okay, thank you, B. Soul Train, do 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 do. Now check this out. So since the whole rap industry, all the liars, the cheaters, the booty bandits, um, how they had the gatekeepers, um, you know, you know, when people like Candace Owens told us that gangster rap was created to divide us, to keep people smoking dope, which is weed, and you know, all of this, we thought we didn't pay no attention to people like her, okay? You know, you know, and I'm guilty of this too. We always like, this our thing. I'm gonna tell you, I love the rap and the hip hop music. Okay, I loved it because they were taking the old school music and putting it out there. Damn cheap, the spot's getting hot. Summer vacation, Ice Cube, death certificate, too short. I mean, uh, say ho. Oh, oops. Can I ask you a question? You like to, you know. Now, I was guilty. I loved all of that ratchet stuff. I loved it all. But then I liked white lies. Don't do it. Don't do it. But little did we know behind the scenes that this is what the industry, this is what they wanted to do to get the young kids to still not advance. Think about all of the rappers that are incarcerated, that has been charged, felons, no respect for the law. We still supported everybody. I mean, just think about it. But anyway, let me hold on, y'all. So now that we have come to terms, hey young Rex, when we saw Little Nas X, right? Remember Little Nas X sliding down a doggone stripper pole in the mouth of the devil. Okay? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? And we thought, Lord, have mercy. What is really going on? Like we looking at people sliding down the throat of the devil? And so Tuesday, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna read the article. I was trying to find an article so I didn't have to read. Oh boy. So anyway, y'all remember when Little Nas X slid down a pole into the devil's mouth? I thought, oh my God, this is like way too much. And then I didn't even know who half those artists was. And so now that I gotten older, I was like, what is really going on? You know, they were putting shit right in front of our face on what they were doing. Yes, B Sparrow, it was a sign of the time. So BET has suspended the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards. So what they're gonna do, according to hold on. Okay, so hold on, y'all. So according to the new BET president, Scott Mills, he said the two shows are being put on pause because, sorry, not sorry, but us people, we have woke up, like B. Sparrow said, it was the sign of the times, and we see exactly what y'all were trying to promote. And being that we have P. Diddy that has been exposed, okay? Now, y'all can say whatever y'all want to, but you know, he was behind a lot of stuff with these awards, him and Jay-Z. Again, like I say, y'all could say whatever y'all want to. I feel as though a lot of black artists, black rappers and stuff, I feel as though we don't know what happened to them because they had in their mind, if you didn't dance to their music and bend over for them, you did not make it. So we don't know how many people that they have destroyed. Okay. Okay. And so they have put them on hold and everything's being revealed how dirty they have been, how you had one man, one man that was controlling the narrative. And that's a shame. You know, it's really a shame. We are finding out the gatekeepers, you know, the gatekeepers, they put out the narrative. You know, we really betrayed a person like Michael Jackson. Um, you know, they talked about the music industry. They said how they were no good, and then they put out false narratives. Especially somebody like Michael Jackson, a kid that was just looking for He didn't have a childhood. He was a grown adult, okay? A grown adult that was still trying to find his childhood. We also have woken up to this is the signs of the times. And we see how they pushed the narrative. They created false beefs. They created people to not like each other. And little did we know all of this was programmed for album sales, record sales. And then we kept seeing rappers get arrested, go to jail. Okay? You can look at the drill music now. The drill music is awful. So hold on. Hold on.
Always tired feeling?
So, you had them give a tribute to Quincy Jones, right? And as we know, whether y'all want to believe it or not, Quincy Jones was the biggest gatekeeper. Tevin Campbell finally came out. So they were given tributes to all of these people that destroyed hip hop, the culture. They were the gatekeepers, okay? They were the gatekeepers. And it is sad. And then for them to give tribute to these people, and y'all know that they was foul, y'all foul too. And see, this is why it makes it hard when you try to tell people, baby, this was all programmed, this was all planned, this is what these people did. And then they turn around and they want to make it seem like they were angels. Just like I talked about Hulk Hogan being a racist, Quincy Jones was the gatekeeper. Quincy Jones destroyed a lot of people's careers. Quincy Jones was part of that bend over group, and this is all allegedly. But Tevin Campbell came. They destroyed so many people's lives. They destroyed lives, careers, dreams. I can only imagine how many people are addicts, how many people are fighting the demons of having their manhood taken. We can look at Bashir Gray, the guy of of Empire, what allegedly happened to him, we see what was happening, right? We see everything that was happening in this hip hop community, and some of y'all want to defend this mess. Hip hop can be saved, rap can be saved, all of this stuff can be saved in the right messages, but they have to find people that want to do the right thing. They have to find people that want to do the right thing by artists. They're going to appreciate their talents. They don't want artists to bend over for them. They just want to produce some good music. And then they're not being controlled. 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 Okay? They're not being controlled. They're not going along with the masses. They are saying no. For so long, all of these people that everybody was looking up to now, they made a choice. They made a choice to follow the agenda to keep artists down, still going to prison, hooked on drugs, bend over boys allegedly, boy toys, girl toys. You don't dance to your music, you got blackballed. They had people on their payroll that, you know, these artists could not say anything. They had people dancing to their music. You know, and then now that they're being exposed, you people don't even get it. You want to blame everybody else but the gatekeepers. You know, poor women. Just imagine getting women to fall in love with you, making them promises, you know, taking care of them. They falling in love. Y'all know the game. Game recognized game. We all been there, done that. All of us women have been in love and would have did anything for a man. For a man. So can you imagine if we had talent and we got with the world's richest famous person and we thought they were gonna take us to the top? We would have did the same thing. Y'all land if y'all say y'all wouldn't have. Cause some of y'all done set up here and put up with bullshit from broke niggas, okay? From broke men that had nothing. You set up and put up with BS from broke Negroes that did not have nothing. Broke men, period. Because this is a universal woman thing. But we want to blame the man and we want to blame the woman because they fell in love. And we've all did some crazy stuff. And we don't even want to see the full picture. We have to realize that people have been gatekeepers to destroy our community, to still keep our people in bondage. And those that spoke out, they became unaligned. And then to think, these people have had children. And with y'all not holding these people accountable, right? You know, you're not holding them accountable. So the kids think that it's okay. So we still have another generation. We still have men, and they're really not men because half of them had their manhood taken, and then half of them think this behavior is normal because nobody checked them and say, no, you ain't a man if you put your hands on the woman. You ain't a man if you don't do right. You not a man if you don't marry a woman. You don't make a bunch of baby mamas. You marry these women. You treat them like queens. We're supposed to provide generational wealth. That's what men do. Real men. Real men. Real men. Real men take care of their families. Real men don't bring other people in their bedroom with all of the diseases that's going around because they know a woman loves them. Okay? And so I was done with the Soul Train Awards when I saw Little Nas X slide down a pole into the devil's mouth. And this show, it won't get views. They won't put it in the algorithm. They will say it's ad suitability. You know why? Because these same people, these gatekeepers that control the narratives, that's got all of these trolls that's going in people's chats, trying to defend people that's um, been found guilty of crimes. Uh, they got people that's coming into people's chats, they're trolling. They still have money. And they've been pushing the narrative that they want to push. And then, for the love of money, you got people that's glad that they're getting paid $50 to $100 to come on YouTube, go on all social media accounts and attack people that's speaking out with the truth of what's really going on. Everybody's being exposed. And you have to realize, just like I had to realize, with this game of life been life. We were fooled, we were bamboozled. And some of these artists, they started off good. They started off being independent. They were selling their music out of the trunk of their cars. They were making a name for themselves. Those people did not like that. That's why they sent the gatekeepers to have them sign bogus contracts so the artists would not get ahead. So they can still control the narrative. And it's a shame because when some of these people saw it and they spoke out against it, they were unalive. They were destroyed. They were bamboozled. They put out false narratives and we went along with it. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We looked at people worshiping Satan, Lucifer, the devil. We looked at this stuff. We didn't say, no, we're not going to do this. And then, for the love of money, it's so sad because they found the people that they knew that was so glad to make it out the projects, so glad that they could buy their mama a car, so glad that they can do certain things, but they paid a price. They paid a price. Look at where most of the rappers are. Look at where they are, unalive or in prison. Hold on. Are at right now. These artists right now, these artists right now are in prison. Look at what drill music has done. Look at what drill music has done to the community, to the black community. This is what drill music. This is what drill music has done to the black community. Drill music. That is the most disrespectful music. Disrespectful music. And who is drill music affecting? Think about drill music and what drill music has done. You got people that's disrespecting the dead. Has done. They're disrespecting the dead. People are having beefs with people and then they're rapping about it. That's total disrespect. Okay? Total disrespect. And we have gone along with it. I hope we can get the music that Eric B. and Rakim, Poor Righteous Teachers, Public Enemy, Grandmaster Flash, when they had a message in the music, you guys, y'all can check out Mouthpiece, check out some of his artists. They are still rapping, okay? There are still some good rappers out here. Rap music, it is not dead. There are some good, positive rappers that are independent. Please, please do your best to try to support. Try your best to support these artists. Okay? Do your best to try to support these artists because it can still be something good. Because what I always said about rap music, I always said rap music, you know, they're telling a story. They're telling their story. But just remember the love of money, the love of money, is the root of all evil. And just remember there are still some good people. These people, they've been exposed. Yes, they've been exposed. But there are still some good artists out here doing some good stuff. Okay. There are still some great by us. And they just capitalized on it. They took it away because the independent artists, like I said, they were selling their own music, okay? They were selling their own tapes and CDs out of the trunk of their cars, okay? They were distributing their own music. The rappers were distributing their own music. And those people saw a way to destroy dreams. They saw a way to destroy dreams, okay? So I say to you, let's boycott. I'm glad BET Hip Hop, I'm glad the BET Hip Hop Awards, I'm glad Soul Train, I'm glad all of that mess is gone. I don't want to look at nobody slide down a pole into the mouth of the devil. I don't want to see that mess. So, this is April Showers. Thank you for listening to my show today. Thank you. Thank you. And just remember, because I had to remember as well, there are still some artists out there that are still rapping and doing some positive stuff. You got Young Riaz, you got Mouthpiece. Go to Mouthpiece. Please subscribe to Mouthpiece channel. Start checking out some of his shows and listening to his artists that he's playing. There are still some great people out here that are doing some positive things. We will not let them destroy what we started and how we wanted it to be. This is April Showers. Uh, I hope you find this video in good form. I hope you remember, you know, um, money is the root of all evil. I hope you remember that August, it was protesting and their music gets so don't think that just because BET has suspended the awards, don't think your dreams are over with. We can start controlling the narrative. Us, we can start making your own distribution deals. Okay, all of this can happen. All of this can happen. And we are no longer accepting y'all BS. Okay? We are no longer accepting the bull stuff. We will no longer look at people slide down the pole into a devil's net. If it's not good, we will not support it. This is April Showers. Thanks for allowing me to do this show. I know they won't put it in the algorithms. Thanks for those that came in the show. Please press the like button. Thank you.